feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away. They got me feeling like I'm academics. Can't ride away.
So apparently Dame Dash and Nori got into it.
You know, drink champs can't get him out of this one, and neither can Charlemagne, because you know, those are the guys that hold him down no matter what he does anyway. So he got to get to People Magazine and Entertainment Tonight right now, because they on his head. But the question is why? Like, why now? You know, because for me, I'd be like, yo, that's so ridiculous. Yo, take that to trial. You're not going to win. Let's get a deposition or something, you know? So I don't know why they on his head so much, pause. But I never seen him, you know, under this, you know, I never seen him in this position to have to explain himself. Pause. For a statement, I thought it was long, pause. But, you know, I think right now his silence is the worst thing for him. If he is innocent, he needs to let people ask him questions, and he needs to be able to say his side of the story, as opposed to letting that lawyer talk. Because that lawyer, I don't trust that lawyer because I went to court with him. So to me, everything that guy says is...
Now, I'm going to agree slightly with Dame. Number one, I think Spiro's done an amazing job with the situation, right? I think the one fuck up was him saying that Jay and Diddy were never friends. It's like, all right, bro. Now it feels like you're trying to pull the wool over our face. I don't think Jay needs to go do interviews. Jay never did interviews. Why would he need to do an interview on this? I think if we saw a Jay-Z interview right now, we'd be like, oh, you hella guilty. Oh, shit, nah, there's more shit. So I don't think he needs to do interviews. I think his lawyer just lacks the thing that what Dame is thinking that Jay needs to speak on, which is his lawyer ain't black, my nigga. Like, his lawyer doesn't realize how stupid it sounds when you say that Jay and Diddy weren't cool. We saw them as a culture hanging. Not all the time, but hanging in close proximity. That would be like, oh, that's your man's, right? I still don't think Jay needs to go say shit. I think Jay bodied all this shit. I'm being honest with you. I think Jay bodied all this shit, a 4-0 sweep. And at this point, he needs to let his lawyer. I'm pretty sure he talked to his lawyer like, yo, bro, could you no more comments on me and Diddy, bro. Body this case, get me out of this, and let's go on to go get some billions. No more comments about me and Diddy. And I think that's the only pitfall is if his lawyer starts defending him, juxtapose Diddy. No. Hey, you know, peace to Diddy. We got nothing to do with that. Y'all figure that out. Jay's innocent. That's all he needs to do. So Alex Spiro he just can't do too much, right? But I think if Jay did an interview right now, he would look more guilty. Like, the nigga don't do interviews.
You know, allegedly a lie, just based on my experience with going to court with him. I don't trust.
And it's not, and again, I can understand if people were believing it. Nobody ain't believing it. We all by this time like, oh, Jay beat that shit.
The Alex Shapiro dude, he's ill. He's an ill dude. He'll say anything. Like, he crazy. You know what I'm saying?
So you don't think it was a good idea for his lawyer to speak for him?
Mm-hmm. It's been too many things said for too long. So I'd be like, yo.
Now that is cap, I believe, Dame. Honestly, bro, like, yeah, there's been a lot of things said, but it's like these rumors that are substantiated. Like, Foxy's not filing a lawsuit. The estate of Aaliyah's not filing a lawsuit. Nobody's filing a lawsuit but this one person. So why would he need to speak on internet fodder and chatter? Like, people have said everything about Jay recently. We call him a camel. We say he got a big nose. We say whatever. He didn't speak on those things. Why you need to speak on internet fodder about his past? They said that he used to prevent Beyonce from being around Sean Paul. Like, he didn't speak on that. Why would he? If he came out to just specifically speak on rumors and not like actual allegations, it would look weird. Again, and the only allegation he has right now, he's spanking it. Gotta call a spade a spade. And for anyone, you know, who might say, by the way, yo, Milagros, I love you, girl. So Dame Dash, as I said, basically brought up that Jay-Z needs to do interviews. I think he doesn't need to do interviews. He says Drink Champs and Nori can't save him, right? And I'm going to be honest with you. There is this thought that a lot of hip-hop media is very pro-Jay-Z. If this was being alleged about Dame Dash, they were reported nonchalantly. They wouldn't care. They'd be like, yeah, Dame Dash, yeah, he fucked a 13-year-old. Right? You know what I mean? They wouldn't do as much to try to prove his innocence. And I've heard other people say things like, yo, well, Jay has just earned that favor. And for me, I resent that because I say these are very important and very damaging allegations. If you're going to do the due diligence on Jay-Z and ask these questions or, want to hear from the accuser and see if it makes sense, why don't we do it for everybody? Like, is Jay-Z's life more important than anybody? Like, for me, I resent that. I'm sorry. I just don't like it. So the same questions we're asking for Jay-Z, when anybody gets accused of some dumb shit, we should ask those questions. Now I understand, like, for example, like a Diddy, like it's been like 55 people. I'm being a little facetious here. But still, I still ask myself those questions about all the shit he got going on. Some of the shit seems cap, but some of it does seem real, right? My thing is, let's treat everybody the same. Jay-Z is a fucking human. Remember me getting on, what's that nigga name? Ryan Clark, he said he's seen Jay-Z floating. That's dick riding. You're trying to make a man Jesus. That's what they're trying to do with Jay. Like Jay's above everything. No, he's not. He's a human. He's human just like me or you. So when you're saying you're seeing a nigga levitate, I'm like, yo, get the fuck off your knees. Stop buffing his cock off, nigga. Now, I'm with that type of mentality. And Dame Dash, he's putting that into, conversation by saying, well, certain people are protected. And he's saying that Nori would protect people like that. Anyway, Nori responded to it. And let me see if I can get the Nori response. We don't have the Nori response. I think I have the Nori response. Here's a Nori response. Okay.
Coming at me. You think I don't got time? I've been receiving it. You've been coming at me. You think I don't got time? I'm not like these other people. I got time. So you know what I'm going to do? Tomorrow, I'm going to wind up in Paris. The next day after that, I'm going to wind up in St. Bart's, St. Martin, Anguilla. The things you used to do. No one's trying to disrespect you. We're trying to show you love. But you keep coming at everybody. If you got beef with one person, you're supposed to...
Let me cut it off there and just say this. Yo, Nori, I do love you. Fuck with you, respect you. Know you get a lot of money, all that great stuff. I do think it's an incorrect way how to go when responding to Dame by try to flex on him that now you have the money that he used to have, because it then taints the conversation, and it taints the conversation in us looking at it to say, wait, are y'all arguing about maybe the thing y'all arguing about, or is this about you looking down on him because he's not as wealthy as you are now, or he doesn't have it anymore, and you feeling a different way because you have money and maybe you didn't have that money before? That money should not be a part of this. Congratulations to Nori and Drink Champs and doing amazing. Don't know what's going on with Dame. Don't even know if he's up or down. I do know there's some financial situations when it comes to the government. Who gives a fuck, right? This isn't the time to flex, right? The point is he's accusing you of being like this kind of middle person or medium for Jay. It's not about money at that point. And so I do got to reject you shitting on Jay, or not Jay, you shitting on Nori. No, Nori shitting on Dame because he don't got the money. Let's talk about what we talking about, right? Who gives a fuck who could go to Bali, France, whatever the fuck these places are, right? And obviously I'm being a little bit short-sighted too, because Dame used to do that. Dame used to shit on people or flex on people with his wealth and opulence. So, maybe that's where I'm lacking a little bit of, personal knowledge there, because Dame is probably just giving him a taste of his own medicine, because respectfully, Dame Dash used to be doing a lot of flexing, right?
If you got beef with one person, you're supposed to keep that beef with one person. You got beef with everybody around him. People that's just...
That's a fact too. That's a fact too. You got beef with Jay, keep your beef with Jay. Now I will say this though, Nori. Sometimes people feel like people fight proxy wars. You got a beef with Jay, but he doesn't say nothing. You're saying a lot. Rather than Jay come at you directly and speak just like how you're speaking, he sends somebody to be the proxy, and that person then does something to you. So I agree with Nori. Keep your beef where it's supposed to be, but what about if you think that person's doing a proxy war?
You became the lame Yash.
Ooh, so now he's getting at him.
You became the lame Yash.
So instead of Dame Dash, he says lame Yash or lame Dash.
We don't want to disrespect you. And I'm trying not to as much as I can because I actually respect the shit out of you. But you became the lame, chatty patty person that you said you against.
Now, I'll pause that there. And usually when I'm giving my opinion, I try to be very even-keeled with it. I won't say necessarily, won't agree fully with the chatty patty stuff, but it is kind of interesting to hear Dame, who's a peer to these guys, comment on them like he never knew them or speak about them in a light like he never knew them. Yeah, I wouldn't want somebody who I have respect for, who was my peer at a point or we had certain type of dealings, to just talk about me on the internet, on YouTube videos, without calling me for clarification. Now, excuse me if maybe Dame has spoken about him trying to call and talk to Nori for clarification. But yeah, I'd feel the same way as Nori if I feel like you're just doing that instead of reaching out to the person, right? So it's like you're using the headlines to get additional headlines rather than, if it was really a problem, you use your phone to pick up and talk to that person, right? And you owe that person that if you were really cool with them.
Get your life together. My number's the same. If you want to work it out, I've been receiving it.
All right. So I think ball's in Dame's court. He says his number's the same. Seems like he appears to be saying that y'all never try to work it out. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. I do hear Dame talk about his peers like it's kind of odd. Like he never really knew them. Like he'll almost throw them under the bus too. Be like, yeah, I don't know what Jay had really going on. What do you mean you had? So all those times of you purporting to be friends with him, you can't even vouch to be like, oh yeah, nah. I've been around him a lot. I never seen no creepy things. He was always a good guy. Dame is actually the indictment of some of these guys, where he's almost talking about them publicly like he don't know them or they're weirdos. So I understand that too. All right. Yeah, Dame, man. Pick up the phone, Dame. Pick up the phone, Dame. You know, and also, if you believe that, I've heard him say through Steve Stout, he felt that Jay was almost doing some proxy war shit where he's speaking through Steve Stout. You know, put that on the forefront, right? Put that on the forefront. Because otherwise, when you just randomly attack these guys, I don't even think this was that much of an attack. I could see how they feel that way. All right, let's keep it going. Or move